How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to Universal Studios Florida for another video right here at the wonderful Universal Orlando Resort. Now, I know I was just here about a week ago, but a lot has happened in that time, including the opening of a particular store which we will be checking out. That is right, it is the Jurassic Park 30th anniversary tribute store opening here in the Hollywood section of Universal Studios. We're gonna go and check that out. I don't know what other stuff we are going to see today, but it's gonna be just a pop into the park today. Go check out the store because today is the grand opening for team members and pass holders. And then tomorrow, which will be Friday, May 26th, it will open to everybody. So we are gonna go and get our first dibs at some of the merchandise. I will be showing you through all the different themed rooms across the store. And now, I don't think I ever did show off the Mardi Gras tribute store that came right before this, because that was actually the first store in this new location. So I have not shown you what the rooms look like now, because remember, it used to be over by Revenge of the Mummy. So a lot of rumors have been circulating on what that space could possibly be used for. Maybe more queue space for Mummy, because I believe back in the day it was used as an extended queue to that ride. So a lot of speculation on what it could become, but let's take a stroll down the street. It is going on 11 o'clock now, and it opens at 12 for pass holders. So let's go see what the line looks like. It has already been open all day for team member previews, but for pass holders, as far as we're concerned, we don't know what to expect. So let's head on down there and check it out. And we found the tribute store. Now, it doesn't look like they've formed any sort of line for pass holders quite yet, but as you can see, they basically are reusing the space from the old Universal Orlando pass holder lounge, which you used to enter right there, but then they're also using the space for the dark room, also the space at the prop shop, which is where you, of course, exit the tribute store. So they're kind of using the space of 3 previous stores to make one epic creation. Gotta love it. Now this is wicked cool. This was not here last time we visited the park. I believe they added it today, actually, for the opening of the tribute store, but it is a life-size Triceratops. Alright, so I walked away for a bit, came back, and now a crowd is starting to form. It doesn't look like they have like a definite line set up yet for pass holders, because it is still open for team members, of course. Alright, and so it is about that time. Everyone has formed a line waiting to head inside. Alright, we are heading in now. We are heading into the pre-production offices. Oh, wow. Look at this, we got a little scale model back there. A raptor sculpture, Dilophosaurus sculpture. We got some pre-production T-Rex animations going on that TV back there. Wicked cool. Got some old pictures over here showing a bit of the making behind Jurassic Park. We got a massive like T-Rex sculpture up here. And of course, you got the merchandise. Let's not forget about the merchandise. I'll show that off in just a second. But real quick, we got the Jurassic Park Jeep over here. Some early sketches and concept art and storyboarding for some of the raptors. There's the raptors being sculpted. Alright, I'm spending way too long just in this first room. We will definitely be back to even check out the rooms in more detail later. And now you got a nice little office corner over here. Man, look at this. Now my friend Alicia Stella actually just pointed this out. If you look right here at this scale model of the T-Rex, right next to it is a size comparison to E.T. That's really cool. Here's the first piece of merchandise I'm going to show off. Is there a price on it? Now here's something that I haven't seen before, but it's a magnet with the release date of the original Jurassic Park. And of course, a staple of these tribute stores are the Moloramas that you can get. Here's the first one that you can buy for $8, which is the Jurassic Park gates. So here we go, a special pin with June 11th, 1993 on it. I actually really like this. Very cool. And here's another flyby of some of the merchandise. You got a nice polo shirt with the engine logo on it. I actually really like this. Hold on, how much is it? $45? And I'm assuming pass holder discounts apply, right? I might actually need to buy that. That is wicked cool. I am a fan of these kind of polo shirts. Is there anything in the back? Oh, beautiful. Just what you need. Just slap a logo on the front. That's all you need to make a good shirt. Then you got this shirt. This one might be a bit too loud or a bit too much for me. It does look to be a pass holder exclusive, actually. This one is $40. And then there's the back. And of course, as a fan of movie posters, you gotta have the classic Jurassic Park logo, again with the date. Alright, so we are leaving the first room finally, and heading into the second room. Let's see what they have going on in here. This room looks to be modeled after the raptors in the kitchen scene. I just love the windows up there. Kind of making it look like the outside world. Over here, of course, you got more concept art. And then over here, the Dilophosaurus, one of my all-time favorite scenes from the original movie. And then you got the T-Rex breaking through right up there. That is so awesome. My favorite is just the projections of water drizzling down. A really cool effect. Man, this whole prop centerpiece, top tier from Universal Creative. Top tier theming as always. Heading into the third room now. Oh, that's so cool. And now here's the second Moldorama you can get, which is the infamous raptor claw that Alan Grant carries around in the film. Now if there's one t-shirt that I have to get, it's probably going to be this one. The 30th anniversary tee. This one going for $40. Really nice, really simple. Gotta love it. Do these buttons actually push in? Oh my gosh, they do. Now these buttons are not like triggers for anything, but they're definitely real. You could literally come in here, spend hours and recreate the whole movie through all these different rooms. Mr. Hammond, I think we're back in business. And now crossing over here into the final room of the tribute store. I mean, you can't have a Jurassic Park tribute store without having the front gates. You got some nice like sports tees almost, kind of designed after the Ford Explorer in the movie. And then you got some tumblers. I do like how they have the 30th anniversary logo on it. You've of course got to have some little figurines. You got Robert Muldoon right here. You of course got some Jurassic Park inspired treats now. Definitely a staple of the tribute store. I'll do a quick flyby of that right now. You got a Mr. DNA cookie. A 30th anniversary whoopie pie. A logo cookie. Got some assorted cookie dough balls. A 30th anniversary s'more. An Ian Malcolm brownie. That is so cool. You got a truffle cake. A jar cake. And then over here, you got a 30th anniversary cupcake. Oh, look at this. And then up there on the top shelves, you got some of the old vintage Kenner toys from 1993. Look at this, all this promo for the movie. This tribute store really does a good job showcasing all the stages of production, from pre-production to the actual filming of the movie to post-production, with all the toys and merchandise. And then of course you got like the original VHS tape right there. Fun fact, I actually still have a VHS tape actually sitting back home. Not from the original Jurassic Park, it's from the sequel, The Lost World, but I still have it. And as a fan of like old video games, this is so cool. You got some game cartridges right here, just so cool. And then you got the comics. I am definitely in love. I could honestly spend hours upon hours in here and never get bored. Now, I'm sure things will change the longer that the store is open and over time, but pretty much the entire store is just one long queue to check out. So it does move pretty slow, and you kind of have to walk through it like a Halloween Horror Nights house, where you just conga line the entire way down, pick up merch as you go, and if you miss a room or, you know, realize that you forgot something and want to go back into the store to find it, well, good luck. And then as you exit, you got the JP30 logo right here. Over here is where you check out, and then you head back out into the park. And the line is still really long to get inside. Now I spent literally a full hour going through just the 3 or 4 small rooms that they have in there, and honestly it wasn't enough time. This might be the slowest moving line for any tribute store ever, if I'm being completely honest with you. And here's why. Since they moved it over here, it is a lot smaller space than what they used to have over next to Revenge of the Mummy when it was over there. And because of that, the rooms are just a lot smaller. There aren't as many checkout counters when you are exiting, and so, I mean, they're kind of trying to send people in, you know, in waves, but they're also not, you know, forcing you to hurry up and go to the next room to make room for more. Or maybe they were and I just wasn't listening, I don't know. But it is definitely a slow moving line. Just be wary if you do plan on coming out, at least around, you know, the first week that it is open, to be waiting in some lines. That's all I can say. And now, after doing this tribute store, is it my favorite? I need time to process this. Hold on. I will find a much quieter spot to give you my full review because I have a lot to say. Alright, so the Jurassic Park tribute store, the Jurassic Park 30th anniversary tribute store, honestly, one of the best things to come out of Universal in years. I mean that. It was like, the little kid in me was going wild. Like, I spent literally over an hour in there just going through room by room, and the rooms are not big. They are very small. Like I already said, it's a much smaller space than the old location for the tribute store, and you can definitely tell that they just did not have, you know, the space to work with. And so, but what they did have to work with, they really went all out. I actually kind of had a bitter taste after I first went through the Mardi Gras tribute store over the springtime, a few months ago because I was just like, come on, the tribute store, like I'm a huge fan of them, and the fact that they moved it from the old location to the new location, I don't know what's going in the old location yet. I don't think anyone does, but I was like, come on, this is like nowhere near as good as what the tribute stores have the potential to be. And so I just was not a fan of the Mardi Gras tribute store. I only went through it maybe once or twice, and that was only because it didn't even have a line. Both times it was like kind of later into the Mardi Gras season and didn't have a line at all. But guys, may I just say that this is hands down the best tribute store Universal has ever done. I loved the Jurassic Park 30th anniversary tribute store, guys. It had everything I wanted and more. The treats, I did not try any of them, but they look to be actually appetizing for once. In years past, the Halloween Horror Nights tribute store and Mardi Gras and Christmas tribute stores did not really have that good looking of treats. I've only tried maybe one or two things, but they were not that good, if I'm being completely honest with you. But this, all the treats looked amazing. They were themed well, everything. Then all the different rooms, like you kind of forget that it is a merchandise opportunity, like a store. Like a lot of people have been talking about how Disney in particular has been removing a lot of the theming from their stores because they want you to focus on the products and to buy stuff. That's why the new Creations shop at Epcot, they removed they basically stripped all the theming from Mouse Gear, and now it's just a bare bone store in a box pretty much, with some open windows where when you're walking by it you could like look in and see some merchandise that you might want to buy. No. Universal says no, we're gonna stick with the theming and do something amazing. The merchandise almost comes second in these stores, which you gotta love. I just love that Universal takes the time to produce like a merchandise opportunity, but where they put theming first almost, which is very rare in the current state of things in these theme parks. And now I know a lot of people are probably going to ask this, how do they compare to the Jurassic Park tribute store they did 2 years ago over the summer? I don't know, honestly. Like, I think it's very comparable. It's definitely different. This one follows more of the making of Jurassic Park with the 3 or 4 different rooms where it's like goes from pre-production to production to post-production, where that one had like a Velocicoaster room. It had a scene centered around the kitchen scene, I believe, which is also in this tribute store. So a lot of similarities can be made, but honestly, this one might be better in my opinion. Not really a slander that one at all, because I loved the Velocicoaster room in that one and everything that one had going for it. But this one, it almost used the smaller space to its advantage, if I'm being completely honest with you, because having a smaller space, you can really theme every inch of the room. Like the problem with the old location, I think, is that there was a lot of dead space. Like, remember, they had that long hallway connecting like the second and third room, where eventually they found a way to use it where you could like pay to have your picture hung on it, which was a cool thing to do, but still, it was kind of some dead space. They didn't really know what to do with that extra hallway they had. So the smaller space, Universal has definitely found a niche for like creativity in these stores, which phenomenal work, honestly. You are going to fall in love with this tribute store, and as a massive Jurassic Park and Steven Spielberg fan, I nearly walked in and started sobbing. I nearly sobbed my eyes out walking in. Believe me, you will be blown away. And so guys, that's going to do it from another ParkTwister episode right here at Universal Studios Florida. Of course, if you're new around, be sure to like and subscribe down below. It really does help the channel out a ton. You guys have no idea. Definitely come out, check out the Jurassic Park 30th anniversary tribute store right here at the park. You will have a great time. I mean, these little things are what make Universal a top tier theme park and really allows them to go hand in hand in competing with other major corporations like Disney. So I mean, honestly, I guess it's working because Universal is gonna keep on making money off these. People come lining up for hours and hours hoping to get in, and Universal definitely makes their money back, and it's a huge merchandise opportunity for them. This is Alex from ParkTwister signing off, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.